All right, in this video we're going to talk about even functions. So the definition of even function, or a function is even if f of negative x equals f of x. So let's do an example. So is f of x equals 3x to the 4 minus 2x squared plus 1, is this function even? Right. Well, this is what we got to do. We got to calculate f of negative x. This notation means we go back to f, and wherever there's an x, I plug in negative x. Make sure we use parentheses when we substitute. So we get 3 times negative x to the 4th minus 2 times negative x squared plus 1. Well, we learned back in the rules of exponents, negative 1 to the 4th is 1 times x to the 4th is x to the 4th. So this is just 3x to the 4th. Similarly, when negative 1 is squared, it becomes positive, and this is just 2x squared, and we get plus 1. F of negative x is equal to this. This right here is f of x. F of x is 3x to the 4th minus 2x squared plus 1. So this is f of x, and we showed that f of negative x is equal to f of x. Therefore, this is an even function. Now, why do we call it an even function? The reason why is because when all the variable, all the x's, all the terms, the x is raised to an even power, while when you plug in negative x, they're all just going to turn into a positive. And that's why f of negative x will equal f of x if it's even, or if all the exponents are even. Now notice here, this plus 1, we can think of this as really 1 times x to the 0, because x to the 0 is 1, and we get 1 times 1 is 1. But the point here is 0 is an even number, yeah? So all of these exponents are even, therefore this is even. If we had plus x, is this function even? Well, the answer is no, because all the exponents are not even. Here we get x, this is really x to the 1. But if we show this, f of negative x, 3 negative x to the 4, 2 negative x squared, plus a negative x. Again, negative to an even power, it turns positive. And here we get this. Now this is not the same as this, because we have a minus x, not a plus. These are the same. If I factor a negative out, I get negative 3x to the 4 plus 2x squared plus x. We don't get negative f of x. This is not f of x. This does not equal this. It's neither one. We do not get f of negative x equals f of x. That's not true. And this is not equal to minus f of x. So it's not an odd function. So is it even? The answer is no, and it's not odd either. So it's neither even or odd. Now, one of the problems that students need to be careful of is something like this. Is, let's say, x minus 2 squared even. You would think it would be, because if they just memorize if it's raised to an even power, they're going to think, yeah, it's even. But this is not even. Because if I square this, x minus 2 times x minus 2, we get x squared minus 4x plus 4. We have a mixture of even and odd exponents, so this function is neither even or odd. So students need to be careful with trying to just memorizing certain facts or situations. Doesn't always work.